What is going on to you, Sagittarius? So you have the Lovers, Hierophant, the Fool, Five of Wands, Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Moon. Woo! The Hierophant represents a conglomeration of Sagittarius and Taurus. So you did show up for your own reading. The Lovers represents your opposite sign of Gemini. So pulling from that opposite energy. The Moon sign is Pisces, a zodiac sign that you share a planet with Jupiter. So the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Fool. A lot of you Sagittarius, you have to learn to start listening to yourselves when it comes to getting to know people. Because a lot of you Sagittarius are starting to wake up and realize that part of the reason why you have difficulties is because, you want someone that's a little bit hood. You want the person that has a little bit of edge to them, right? It's okay to say it. A lot of you Sagittarius want someone with a little bit of edge, You want your significant other to be wearing Jordans. That's just a little joke. But seriously, though, you want the person to have a little bit of edge. And you Sagittarius are waking up to realize that what you really want is a plain Jane, or a plain good plain Jane or plain Joe. Either or, So the situation is that now that you realize this, the Fool now represents, the Fool and the Five of Wands now represents, you're done with the problems, you're done with the mischief, because that's why it is that Chef G and Sleepy Hollow got arrested. Sleepy Hollow is a Sagittarius, Chef G is a Libra. I told you, Libras are not punks, right? And everyone knows that Sagittarius are not punks. We already know this. But it's because of that spirit of they can't let go. And that's what I'm talking about. You Sagittarius are on a point. You're at a point in your own lives right now where you're evolving. So a lot of you Sagittarius are starting to realize that it's not about having to, when someone disrespects you, get back at this person. This is something that I'm learning how to do too myself currently, is that part of what makes a person a higher individual from another person, part of, not the whole reason, but part of it is because you have to learn to let things go. Because certain things in life, yes, people will be disrespectful to you, but you can't be able to get back at everybody. Because this idea of getting back at everybody is the thing that will land you in prison, land you in jail, land you in a very messed up disposition. This is the thing I'm really coming to the realization into. And this is what a lot of you Sagittarius are doing the same thing. We just happen to be doing it at the same time. And I'm not even a Sagittarius. And the reason why that's so valuable in the first place is because you Sagittarius are now evolving. You're moving past having to be the horse, the animal, the animal having to be like, oh, I can't allow this person to disrespect me. I need to show this person. No, and sometimes it is very difficult to get off of that. But the ability to move past certain things instead of going out of your way to get back at the person is where the real power is. Because if you try to get back at the person, just like Chef G, because his ops found him at one of, in New Jersey or whatever the situation, wanted to get back at them, boom, spiraled into this whole new form of activities, allegedly. So now that you've learned to let go of all of those things, a lot of you Sagittarius are learning to look at life from a bigger perspective, a more, the real grandiose perspective, not the fake one that a lot of people tend to think that they're paying attention to, but they're actually not. You're really paying attention to life on a bigger level. The idea that you Sagittarius don't have to, sometimes it is going to be difficult, but being done with the nonsense and not participating in it is the point. The Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles represent, so as a result of this, a lot of you Sagittarius realize now this is where your place of peace is coming from. You found peace, finally. You found a point in which your mind can finally stand still and concentrate, because the Sagittarius mind represents a mind that is all over the place. The Sagittarius mind is a mind just like Virgo, just like Libra, just like Aquarius, just like Scorpio. Those minds are all over the place. Thinking about all these different just like Gemini, thinking about all these different possibilities and what happened and what this means and why does this have to happen to me. But for you Sagittarius to actually finally have that mental rest, that peace in which you've learned to do what? Let go of what? The nonsense. Now it's like, okay, now you Sagittarius can actually start to get to know people again, because you're coming out of the break on a better perspective. Because now the King of Pentacles is, you're very much so acting like an earth sign in the sense of being way more grounded, way more calm, way slower to get angry. Because not saying that you Sagittarius get angry often, because you don't, because Sagittarius are like Cancer crabs, have tons of patience. Believe me, I know plenty of Sagittarius in real life, friends, family, people who I'm related to, friends, watched them, grew up with, people who I've sparred with, on some MMA type stuff, good friends. Believe me, you have a lot of patience, but you don't have a lot of tolerance. And now a lot of you Sagittarius are understanding when you should be tolerant, when you should leave, and that everything does not have to be, you have to be a person of action in that sense of, you have to go about trying to get at the person and do too much to get back at them. Just leave. And plain Janes and plain Joes is what it is that you want. You Sagittarius want to be able to find someone that is plain. They don't have this drama. They don't have these issues. Maybe they raised in a one-parent household. Maybe they wasn't. They still turned out to be a success. They still graduated high school. They're still of age. They're still doing their thing. College. Maybe they're not going to college, but they have a good head on their shoulders. And the Eight of Pentacles now represents, so as a result, you Sagittarius, you realize what's important, and you're going to build to be that. You're going to build internally as well as externally, of course, but internally first to be that much more well-rounded. A lot of you Sagittarius are realizing that it's not about having to go to war with people. That's not what it's about. What it's about is you Sagittarius have to learn that you're not letting people get away with anything. You're walking away from them. Those people will never have you in their life the way they want you. And that's a win. The hard part is learning how to actually get over that. That really is. Because the Ten of Wands, but the Ten of Wands represents, the Ten of Wands and the Moon represents, but you're learning how to become more accustomed to walking away, even when people are trying to goad you or bait you into giving them attention. And this goes for family, so-called friends. This goes for romantic relations. When you're not rocking with somebody, you're not messing with them anymore, supposedly, and then they try to get on your nerves, get your attention by getting on your nerves. You Sagittarius are going to look at this and be like, I know what you're doing. That ain't going to work. That's a dub. And it shouldn't work. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands. Six of Swords, the Strength, the Moon, Seven of Cups. Right. You Sagittarius are clearing the way from all the BS people that give nothing but drama, for the people who are the plain Janes and the plain Joes. I said this before. What you really want to go after are the people who are the plain Janes, the plain Joes, not with edge. Because those people with edge, They're already corrupt. They're already tainted. Those people are not team players. The moon and the Seven of Cups represents, yeah, you don't even have to make it into a big scene. You'll just go talk to somebody else.